Sri Lanka is facing yet another disaster in the form of Express Pearl ship that entered our waters with toxic chemical material and caught fire near the Colombo harbour. And now this is on top of the disaster that we are now facing due to mishandling of the COVID-19 situation, and the country is reeling under the third wave. The Express Pearl issue, of course, was entirely our own seeking, because we find that the ship laden with such dangerous material on board had been permitted to enter our waters by our own authorities. The question is whether they were warned previously, as had other countries. We learned that Qatar and India refused permission for the ship to enter their waters. Did our authorities know what was on board? Without knowing, could they have given approval for the ship to enter our waters? Why did it come into our port? Where was it headed? What was the intended use of all this toxic material? Now, these are hard questions that the government cannot stay from answering. All that the President says is not to make this a political issue. Well, it is a political issue. It is an issue of total ineptness at the best of the government, but there may be various other factors that will emerge if this is properly inquired into. The Minister for Ports and Shipping is silent. The Minister for Waterworks, of course, has said that we will benefit by this because we will receive compensation. The government tried to tow the ship away into the deep sea. Now, that in itself might be a violation of international law. We have commitments, obligations under the Convention on the Law of the Sea. We also have our own law, antiquated it may be, Marine Pollution Prevention Act. What liabilities arise as a result of what has happened must be looked into, but primarily the government must answer to the citizens who are unable to access the beach. Our marine resources have been devastated. The fishermen are unable to go to sea. People are apprehensive about eating fish. This is at a time when people are anyway struggling to make ends meet with the prolonged lockdown or curfew or travel restriction or whatever that the government is still unable to describe. And in a situation like this, the government's silence is deafening.